So let's start the session. So Srini, so if someone joins, you allow them in. So okay, so there are some more
I'll follow the
registrations.
same.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So in this webinar, we are going to see about the project portfolio strategy to project execution. Okay. So thank you for your registration. And so this is the topic. So from project portfolio strategy to project execution. And also we'll be seeing about the product Altus, so which is developed by an Australian-based company, and how we move from strategy to execution in managing the project management execution, and how best we can use that particular product. So coming to strategy to execution, so the concepts that we start with. So we'll see what is a strategy. So strategy at core, if you see, it's a coordinated set of actions to accomplish a goal. So which then organization that has been set. Okay, so it's designed to leverage your core competencies to gain a competitive advantage over industry peers. So, example, if you see the Dyson, so they develop various different home applications and home accessories. So, their main goal is to innovating mature business categories and to accomplish the market and to meet the needs of uh, the market, that is the home needs and the home accessories, what the each and every family that requires. So some of the questions so that we need to answer for the strategy are, so where do you want to go? So what you want to achieve? So that is, where do you want to go? So to deliver the best service and to be the top 5 in revenue. So there are some criteria like you can put that. So deliver the best service. And also it can be like, so to be the top 5 in revenues. Okay, so that those are some of the goals that you can set. Okay. And so once that has been set, so then what we need, so how will you get there? So based on, identify how going to get there. So you using various innovation pipelines, or you show some differentiation of your product, or you give some low cost. So some cases you can be so Southwest Airlines or the Indigo, so that you say it's a low cost airline, so budget based airline. So based on that, so you go to the market. Okay. So once that has been done, so how will you know you have arrived? So you go with various metrics. Okay, so whether you have achieved certain things. So based on the measurement criteria that you have set. So whether the key results or whatever you given, so or the goals that you have set, so whether that has been achieved, and what are the key results that you have achieved. So whether based on the goals, whether you have achieved or not, and whether you followed the correct path and it is taken into it, and what you have given differently. So how the achievement is being done. So the strategy is created by building a data-driven situation analysis. So create a data-driven situation analysis. So it can be externally focused as well as internally focused. So the externally focused, so you can see some of the opportunities and threats. So you understand about the enterprise environmental factors. So where you can consider about the pest. So in the pest, you consider about what is a political environment, the the environment in which that you do. So the social environment, so how it is going on, and the technology in which, so the way that you are performing. And then you understand about the market and industry assessment. So how the market is moving in. So what is the industry assessment so that you want to do. So those things so that you take it into consideration for those the analysis. And then you do a customer research. So what the customer needs. So that research that you do, and based on that, you get some information, and so do some innovation, design thinking, understand about the customer. So those researches will give you the how you can build the product and put it into the strategy. And then you understand about the competition and the competitive intelligence. So how the competition is evolving, and what are the different differentiators that they are bringing. So that best in the best way how we can position ourselves. So those things that you consider, and then you can also see about the supplier. Okay, so these are some of the factors that you consider for situation analysis which is externally focused. So now on the same way, so internally focused, so you identify your organization strength and weaknesses, the core competencies that you have. So what are the best things so that you have, so in our case, so that you can say, so we are subject matter experts in project management at agile. So like that, what are the core competencies so that you have? Okay, and so the supplier evaluation. So the supplier comes in the external as well as internal. So you do the supplier evaluation and the financial performance, how best your organization is performing, and how the performance of the product as based on the performance of the product, how financially good that go ahead. And the value chain analysis. So then you do the value chain analysis, how best you're bringing the value to the product. And then you do the strategy and the structure assessment. So the strategy and the structure assessment, so you include the vision. So how the vision of the product, the priorities of the strategies. So what are the objectives of the you need to achieve, and how the project plan and resources are built, and so in a strategic way, how the risk and the mitigation are done, and how we are measuring the success. So these follow in the internally focused. So basically, based on your strength and weakness and the core competency. So the internally focused are supplier, finance, value, and strategy, and the structure assessment. Now coming to the portfolio and project management. So can call it the project portfolio management. So where you have the two things. So that is the strategic portfolio management and the strategic project management. So the strategic portfolio management, so which focuses on the business strategy as a whole. So which is help for the prioritize and align the projects to the business objectives. Okay, so it helps you to align the project to the business objectives. So with this approach, so you can determine the projects that have the highest impact on the business outcomes, which you can invest more in them. Okay, so the portfolio management, so mainly concentrate towards doing the right things. Okay, so doing the right things. So whereas so the strategic project management, so that focuses on managing individual projects from initiation to completion. Okay, so it is less concerned about the overall strategy and more concerned about proper project delivery. Okay, so the strategic project management is related more towards doing the things right. Okay, so strategic portfolio management, so where we see doing the right things. Project management is towards doing the things right. So the organizational cost of poor execution are too important to ignore. So, so certain things like politics, so having little faith in the leadership, low commitment objectives, or the poor productivity. So wasted resources are not properly utilized, and shifting of priorities. So from one to another. So that shifting of priorities. So those things will cost for the poor execution. Okay. So why the execution is so difficult? Yes, the strategic change is often it is behavioral. Okay, and the behavioral change requires people to do things differently. However, people are most often not the reasons for the poor execution. The real enemy of execution is your the day job. Okay, so which is the bird point. So that comes up to the see about the four disciplines of execution. So these are the four disciplines of execution. So which are developed by McKinsey, Covey, and Holling. Okay, so this mainly focus on the very important things. Okay, so that the first discipline, so that shows about the first discipline, that is focus on wildly important. So that shows about the discipline of focus. It's focus towards the discipline. Okay, so the exceptional execution starts with narrowing the focus. So clearly identifying what must be done. Otherwise, nothing else you achieve really matters much. Okay. And the second discipline shows about act on lead measures. Okay, so this is the discipline so which leverages of 80% of your results will come from 20% of your activities. So are you focusing on the right ones? So that is the discipline to act on the lead measures. So which is mainly based on the principle that not all actions are created equal. So identify and act on the activities with the highest leverage. Okay. And the third discipline of execution that shows about keep a compelling scorecard. Okay, so this is the discipline of engagement. So people and teams play differently when they are keeping score and the right kind of scoreboards which motivate the players and the team to win. And fourth discipline so that shows about the creator cadence-based accountability. So this is the discipline of accountability. So mainly it shows about the accountability. So where each team engages in a simple weekly process, so which highlights success, analyzes the failures, and so what are the course corrections so that you need as necessary, and ultimately creating the performance management system. Okay, so these are the four disciplines. So the leaders can produce the breakthrough results even when executing the strategy requires a significant change in the behavior from their teams. Okay. So these four disciplines are from the book of McKinsey, Covey, the four disciplines of execution. So how do we improve our chances of successful execution? So redesign your strategy. So you redesign your strategic development process so where you include the financial goals, create an aspirational vision, and then you clearly define and then focus on a small set of very important goals. So be the market share leader, grow top line sales. You can grow the top line sales by 5% in this unit or the department. And then you get the teams to act on lead measures. Okay, so in order to achieve the goal, so that shows about the aligning the teams. So where you schedule site visits, learn about the customer, and you can add value first. And then the next successful execution, so you can create and monitor a clearly defined scoreboard. So which is so by creating and monitoring the clearly defined scoreboard, so it is easy to understand the metrics. So it will help you to engage with your team. and you can review regularly, and often you can celebrate the success with your team. Okay. And the another main point of execution is integrate an accountability routine. So where you reinforce accountability and encourages the performance. Okay, so this is how we improve the chances for successful execution. Okay. So now we'll jump into the strategic execution framework. So not going into much detail, so just at the high level so that you can see. So so this is based on the concept, the building block for strategic execution or the projects. So this framework defines projects as those activities which are put in place with the regular operation to achieve the goals. So everything that a business does, so whether it is developing new products, service, channels, and market, comes from the project-based work. Okay, and those grouped together and closely related projects are called a program, and in turn, the overall set of programs is a company's portfolio. Okay, and the strategies in which your company is choosing to invest. Okay, so that shows about the company's portfolio with the strategies. And the successful strategic execution requires tightly aligning the project portfolio to the corporate strategy. Okay, so here in this framework, so you see about the 6 domains. Okay, so you can easily remember by using the term invest, INVEST. Okay, so I stands for ideation. So where the passion and drive originate. Okay, and N stands for nature. So where creating the conditions for the strategic execution. So where it embodies the culture and the structure. So in other words, the environment and context within which you operate in. And then you invest V for vision. So the ultimate destination and route. So where you define the vision. So where the vision includes the goals, metrics, strategy. So that form the foundation for your business. And then E stands for engagement. So connecting the strategy to project portfolio investments. Okay, so connecting the strategy to the project portfolio investment. Okay, so the engagement, so that is a clear demonstration of that your company is funding the right projects. So that will further the strategy. And then the S stands for synthesis. So where you carry out projects which are mapped to the priorities. So based on priorities, so that is being given. So you map it and you start the project accordingly. Okay, so where the engagement meets execution, ensuring you are successfully executing the projects and programs in alignment to the portfolio and the strategic goals. And the final thing comes the transition. So turning outputs into operations. Okay, so transition is the ultimate measure of success where you move the results of project-based work into mainstream of your company's operation. Okay, so this is the strategic execution framework as of the IPS Learning LLC, which is extracts from the Stanford Advanced Project Management Program. So that's about the little bit concepts and basics on strategy to execution. So now we'll jump to the product. So that is the product Altus. So Altus is a Australian-based project portfolio management company. So the product name is also Altus. So where they give different visions so that allows us to manage from strategy to the project execution. Okay, so to elevate your work, so these are the capabilities that the projects have: strategy, portfolio, and the project. Okay. So to do an adaptive project management and strategic portfolio management, so you start with the strategic execution, and then you have the innovation management, and then you governance along with the resource management. And in the next layer, you have the portfolio management, program management, and the project management. So at the strategic execution level, so where you share about the strategic goals that organization has set, and the project prioritization, benefit realization, and then you prepare the strategic dashboards, and also you can have the OKRs. So OKRs are the objectives and the key results. Okay, so for each and every strategy, you can set the objectives and the key results. And the innovation management, so where you can capture the ideas and the business cases, and the governance, so you can manage the process automation, stage gate approvals, various insights and the visibilities. And in the resource management, you can have various different resource plans, resource demands, and the timesheet management can be done. And at the project management level, so where you have the portfolio program and project management, where you can manage from the business cases, lessons learned, scheduling, resource request, collaboration between the various different teams and the stakeholders, benefits management, the aligning the strategies with the strategic goals, risk issues, all these things that you will be able to manage. So where it gives a collaborative work management tool from strategy to the project execution. And this is how the Altus hierarchy is being shown. So this is the Altus hierarchy overview, what you're seeing. So it starts from the strategies, move to the portfolio, portfolio to the programs, and programs to the project. Okay, so where the corporate strategy is being set, and the portfolio is where the portfolios are created and managed, and the portfolios will include the programs and projects. Okay, and the projects is the area where project managers track their projects and identify the deliverables, benefits tracking. So all these are done here. So it comes with the three different tiers or modules you can call. So it starts with the strategy, portfolio, and project. Okay, so the target audience for the strategy or executive leadership, senior manager and strategy managers, and all the other leadership teams. So that comes in the strategy level. And in the portfolio, so the target audience can be enterprise PMO, the program management office or project portfolio management office, program manager, portfolio manager, resource manager, and functional managers and other IT managers also will come in this category. Okay. And the for the project management, the target audience include the information worker, the citizen project managers, other professional project managers. So they can be included in here. Okay, so these are the three different modules or the tiers that the Altus tool that follows. Okay, so now we'll directly jump to the demo. Sharing this, share the screen. Okay, so this is the tool you're saying. So this is the Altus tool, so where you're able to manage the strategy, portfolio projects, and your works. Okay, so we'll start with the strategy. So this is the dashboard, what you're seeing. So from here, you can go directly to work or projects or strategies or resources or anywhere. So if you start with the work, so I go to the strategy. Okay, so you can list out all your strategies here. So your organization strategies. So from where I can select all the strategic themes, or I can select only the active strategic themes so that I can be able to select. And I can list out that strategies. And from here, I'll be able to define any new strategies, and I can give the details about the strategies. Okay, the strategies. So for example, here the strategic theme is develop next generation wireless platform. And you can give the description, who is the sponsor and whether it is active or not. And then you can define the strategic goals for each for this strategic theme. You define the strategic goals. Okay. So once the for each and every strategic goals, and you can define the further details about that. Okay. So for this create new business, new wireless foundation platform, that strategic goal. Okay. So you can give the objectives. What is your objective? And the unit of measure that you're doing. So what is the value that you're trying to achieve, and what is the target date that you're trying to bring in, and who is the owner for that. So those information that you'll be able to add on. And in the same way, so you can build the benefits also. Okay, so here the benefits, so that is simply wireless design activity. So this is the benefit. So and when it is starting, when it is finishing, so it is coming under which department, and who is owning that particular benefit. So all these things, so that comes on. Okay. And the same way, so you can build out the portfolio as well as the programs and the other foundations. So in the same way, so whatever we drill down and saw, that information can also be seen from this particular level. So the benefits, so specifically for this benefit, I can go and see that particular benefit, the full list of benefits that in my organization that is there. So I can go and see instead of going through the strategic theme. So if you want to come here and see, so that you be able to move inside and see that particular benefit. Okay, and you can also maintain the benefit workflow. So benefit process, so identify, plan, execute, and sustain. Okay, so that benefit process also can be created, and accordingly, so you can track it, and you can add the strategic goals and metrics. And at the strategic level, so you can create, you can make use of the various reports that are available. So, so most of the reports are the out-of-the-box report that are available, and based on the needs, so that can be customized also. Okay. So where here you can see the strategic overview. So where you see how many strategic themes are there, how many strategic goals are there, and the list of themes with the goals, benefits, and what is the revenue goal, cost goal, the number of goals, everything, so that you'll be able to see on. Okay. And here you are seeing the initiative based on the various levels, whether portfolio level, how much, program level, how much, and the project level, what is the count, so that you are seeing those information. Okay. And you can make use of various different filters to drill down and to make use of based on your need. And the benefits tracking report, so that also will be helpful. So where various you can see various insights. You can see the outcomes by category, outputs by category, and so the various other output. And then also you can see about the actual forecast planned and goal by each month. Okay, so the benefit type by revenue, or you benefit type by cost if you want to see. So you can see based on the cost also. So how based on revenue, how it is moving on, based on cost, how it is moving on. So those information that you'll be able to see. So this is at the strategic level. So now if you move to the portfolios, I can directly jump from here. So the leadership level, so where they manage the portfolios, or I go to a separate module that is using that portfolios. So I can go to the portfolios, and here I can see the full list of portfolios, so that are available within my organization, which are the active portfolios. Okay. And so which department is having that particular portfolio, and who is the sponsor of that particular portfolio, and what is the investment category, whether it is a grow or run. So those type of investment categories, so that accordingly that you can obtain. Okay, so further drilling down, so you can find out so that under this particular portfolio, so you have the details about the portfolio. Okay, so you can add the more details about the portfolio. So that gives uh, the description and the investment category. So whether it is a grant, grow, or transform, and which location it is running. So what is the justification? So the portfolio charter, you can add justification, what are your vision, scope, benefit strategy, what are the resources needed, stakeholder considerations, all these things added. And then you can see the portfolio status. So if it is updated regularly, so you'll be able to see the portfolio status. So the completion status, so it is 34% completed. And the projects, how many projects are below that, and how many programs are there, so that you can see. And so how many are on track, and so how many are on watch list, and how many are in the troubled. So that KPI is a key performance indicator summary. At the project level also, you'll be able to see all. Okay. And then you can also cross-verify about the strategic goals and come about the key dates. So you can refer about the key dates for this particular portfolio. So which are at the high risk level, at risk, so which are the different criteria, and which are on track, which are not yet set, and which are completed or done. So those you can see. And also you can see what are the list of projects below each and every portfolio. So each below this particular portfolio, so 2023 IT portfolio, you have 3 projects. Okay, so each is managed by the particular project manager. Okay, and who are the sponsors and in which department that it is running, and you can see the high-level summary of when it is starting, when it is finishing, whether it is baselined or not, and what is the percentage complete, and the status, so whether it is active or in progress or in the review stage. So those information that you'll be able to see on. And how many programs that are below that, so that also you'll be able to see. So this under this you have Cassaway product development, so that one program is below that. Okay. And so then other things like you can manage the risk, so any changes or any constraints, so that also you'll be able to capture, and accordingly you'll be able to manage that as well. And also related documents, so that you'll be able to upload it. Okay, so this the whole product, so it uses Microsoft as the base platform, so you can make use of this to even the SharePoint application, so that backend, so you can make use to store the repositories and manage the informations. So these the portfolios that we saw. So then the next level is the program. Okay, so strategy, portfolio, then you have the program. So in the program, so below that particular portfolio, we saw about this the Cassaway product development as the program. Okay, so below the 2023 IT portfolio, so the same thing, so that we are seeing here, and in this, so you can add the details for that particular program. Okay, and you can see the program status. Okay, so how we saw about the portfolio status, so the same way, so that you can see the program status and other key dates related to this particular program, so that you can view it. And what are the other projects, so that are below this particular program, so that also will be able to view on with the summary of the information. Okay. So you can directly go to the project by clicking here, so which will give further drill down of your the information, or you can separately go for the project execution. Okay. And then, at the program level, what are the status updates so that you'll be able to add on and you can get the status. So based on each and every state update, so that you'll be able to update and get the status. Okay, so this 2022, so everything else on track, and then on going on. So on July 23, so the KPI is on a full watch, and deliverables are also on watch, but on schedule, financial work and risk, so they are on track. Okay, so that at each and every levels and each and every status, how you have performed, so that you will be able to grasp and get the information. And the same way, like portfolio, so here also you'll be able to manage various issues related to the program, risk related to that program. So there are decisions, the changes, the constraints, what are the lessons you will learn. So those things that you can see. So on the risk part, so based on the likelihood and the consequence, so the risk probability matrix. So the green color shows which is low risk, and the red that shows the high risk. Okay. So that shows up, and the lessons learned, anything, so that you can capture, and the benefits related to this program, so that also you'll be able to manage it. And then you can capture about the various different reports and how you're maintaining the insights and how you can explore about the details of the report. So where you can take the intake funnel, so then this portfolio, and then the portfolio overview. Okay. So where you can see about your EAC portfolio, and below that you have the 2023 IT portfolio. So what is the estimated completion? Okay, and for the technical infrastructure, what is the estimated completion? And here it shows about the cumulative cost. Okay, so what actual forecast and the budget. So this actual forecast and budget, that information that you get, and the other related information about that, the overall portfolio, and for each and every portfolio also you get it. And then you can see about the portfolio timelines. Okay, so each and every portfolio, so below each and every portfolio, what are the different programs or the projects that are running, and what are their timelines, so that you'll be able to see at a very high level. So wherever you can see that it is darkest, so this much it is completed and this much is remaining. Okay, so, and this is the status state. So as of the status state, so this project is not fully updated, so it is not showing as completed. So the governance levels, everything, so that you'll be able to see and you'll be able to manage it. And the program, so the program level, the KPIs and other things, so that you can see the program overview. So same like what you saw in the portfolio overview. So you can see for the programs, and also you can see for the program timeline. So below the program, you will be having the projects, okay, and how it is running. So at the very high level, so that you'll be able to see on. And the portfolio cost breakdown also, you'll be able to see it. Okay, so it shows, so from the total amounts of how it is breaking down to the portfolio. So this portfolio is how it is breaking down to programs, and this program, it is how it is breaking down to project, and this project is how it's breaking down into different categories like CapEx and OpEx, and then the OpEx, any subcategories there, labor, non-labor, so that you'll be able to see on. Okay. Then from the portfolio to programs, and then comes the execution. So the execution, so you see about the how you're executing the project. So you will see in the project, so you'll be seeing the full list of the projects, so that you have, so the various list of projects. So from there you go with the project, so that you want to open. So you open that particular project, and further you can do the analysis about that particular project. So in the project also, same like the benefits and other things. So you can see the workflow. So when it is starting, when it is finishing, so those information so that you'll be able to see. Okay, so some other project. So here you have the resource plans so that you can manage, and then you can have the tracking. So in the tracking, you find out so how the status of that project is there from 2022 to 2023, and what are the lessons that you have learned. So what is the tracking status so that you can see, and the strategy so that it's included. So those information, and then you can go with the key dates also. So what are the key dates for this project, and what are the deliverables related to this project? Okay. And in the same way, so you can see about the insights about this particular project, so that where it shows about the various different reports related to that. Okay, so where you see the various projects. So projects by status, project by progress and state, and the details of each and every project, how it is performing, so that key performance indicators and the progress of this project. So at a very high level, so the high level dashboard for the projects. And in the same way, as we saw for the portfolio as well as the program, we saw the timelines. And so key dates, I go to the deliverables. Okay, so what are the deliverables that are for the whole list of projects so that you have? And then we have the financials. Okay, so the financials for each and every project, so how it is maintained, and the overall the project level. So the monthly actual forecast and budget. So you can select based on the project manager or for a particular sponsor or which department that project is running. So that based on that you can select, and you can see this report. And then you can see the report based on resources, how the resources are being utilized for each and every project. And then about the risk for each and every project. Okay, so the risk matrix, so the risk KPI and the details of the risk and the KPI for that risk, so that things that you can see. And you can have a project status report also. Okay, so this is for the status report of the project tenant renewal. So for this, you are seeing this status report. So the overview, so where you have the project KPI, when it is scheduled to finish, what is the target finish, and how many overdue tasks are there, how much effort is completed. So those information, the project status update, so whatever is being done, what is the previous status update, so what are the completed milestones, upcoming milestones, what is the percentage complete, and the high level KPI for this particular project, so that you can see it as a project status report. And then we'll quickly see about the resources on the resource part. So you can go and see about the resources, the list of resources so that are available, and so in which whether they are named resources or generic resources, their role, and which calendar that they are following that information, and you, based on the assignment and other things, you can see about the resource availability heat map. Okay, so there you can see. So let me move to July. So from here, if you see, so that you can see the list, so that so here, so you can see, so the availability is minus 4.4. Okay, so and here, if you see, so that availability is 7.7 positive. Okay, so 0.3 that the extra they are available. So here 32.2, so 7.8, so they are available. So this is based on hours. So 7.8 hours, so they are still available. And here 40 hours fully they are available. And here it is minus 4.2. and here it is 37.9 hours is still available. Okay, so in the same way, you can see for FTEs and the capacity percentage also. Okay, and same like for the resources also. So there are various reports that are available, and you can see the various reports and the insight for these resources. So based on the overall information availability, the assignment overview. Okay, so how the assignment overview, so the allocation variances, allocation variance details, the task effort based on task effort, and also you can see the financial analysis based on how the resources are being utilized. Okay. So the total hours by type and the timesheet period, so the hours and the margin percentage, so that also you get it. And the other part that is available is the work. So that is which are the set of tasks that are available, which are my active task, so that you can see which are the deliverables, so all the active deliverables that you can see it, and also you can see which are the active risk, the lessons learned, that information, and the other thing like the time sheets as well as the other reports on the work management, so that you'll be able to see on. So you can see the reports based on my work. Okay, so which are the things so that are there. Okay. And then the deliverables. Lessons learned based on category and based on project and the details. And then the resource work. Okay, so which are the top task based on status, task based on project, and the details based on resource and task. So that resource for which task they are working and which project they are working, when it is starting, finishing, what is the progress, and how much is completed and how much is remaining, and what is the KPI that it is showing. And here the high level information, so that you can see what is the total number of projects and the total number of tasks, overdue tasks, all these things that you can see. Okay. And so other related things, everything, so that you can manage based on the security model. So who can see what information, so that you can set and on a centralized environment. So you can manage from the strategy to where the leadership manages, to the portfolio manages, and then you come up with the end product, so that how you manage the project and the project execution. Okay. And support, right? Any requirements, you can reach to us, and so you can also call us. So this is our website, so that you can follow on.